Associate in Applied Science in Culinary Arts. This student always wanted to express his creative side, and after high school, he went to the University of Iowa to study contemporary cinema and filmmaking. But after a year, he decided that he wanted to use another media and would prefer to put his creative energy into food. So he came to Kendall College. As a matter of fact, it was the only school he even considered. I really love when I read this on some essay. The faculty say him as a student it was always very attentive to details. And they say that, remember him also as a student, that the most perfect grooming all the time. Which allows me to say one of my perfect sayings that I like to remember the students. It will only take you a few minutes to dress like a cook. It will take you a few weeks to act like one, but it will take you alive to become one. Obviously, you will need more than perfect grooming to be one day a chef. You need a great amount of work, and you need to make the right decisions. And this student, Neil, decided correctly when he took his internship with Chef Gabriel Bitti. Choosing a good chef to work under is very, very important in the beginning of your careers. He also did great academic work and wrote one of the best papers that I read called Love Linger Long, an analytical look at chilies. I hope he's not going to read it. It is my pleasure to introduce Neil Zaki.
Grand tradition of the Kendall dining room, I've decided to serve up my speech in 3 courses, or chapters if you will. The first chapter is entitled The Lunatic. So, here we are. Graduation day. Just 2 or 4 short years ago, we each made a conscious decision to enroll here at Kendall. We decided that a life in the food service industry was the life for us. And as I stand here these years later, I can only think of one thing to say. We must be out of our minds. And I'm not exaggerating. We are clinically insane. Allow me to vindicate my position. The career we've decided to dedicate our lives to considers 40 hours a week part-time. Try 14-hour days, 6 days a week. Oh, well, at least we'll be comfortable, you know, a chair, air conditioning. No. We want to work on our feet all day in extreme heat with a serious chance of injury, I might add. Oh, well, you know, at least we'll have some nice breaks, you know, weekends, holidays. No. Weekends, holidays, that's when we'll work the hardest. When every normal person in the world is at leisure, that's when we want to work. Good decision, guys. Well, at least we'll get paid well, you know. No. all this, and yet, here we are. So what is it then? What force caused this mass dementia? Whatever your personal answer may be, there's no denying the fact that you can't be entirely normal and still be a chef. It actually helps to be just a little bit crazy. Just look at the chef instructors here at Kendall. which brings us to chapter 2, which is entitled How to Roast a Chef. Forthwith are some examples of the many personalities a student here at Kendall will encounter during their 2 or 4 years. Let's see, Chef Plumsky. Chef Plumsky invented oysters. He did, he told us. And he's the father of my girl, which not only one person can say that. Chef Plumsky gives me the same look, whether he's angry or pleased. He kind of tilts his head down, looks up at me. And the problem is he's got that mustache, so I can't tell if he's smiling. Chef Plumsky was the first instructor I had here, and he remains to this day one of my greatest sources of inspiration. Chef Klaus. Let me ask you something. Is there anything scarier than a German baker at 4:45 in the morning? I'm telling you, this is the only man who can make a place called the Chocolate Room sound threatening. But the thing about Klaus is he's very much like the bread that he teaches us to make. He's got that bold, firm exterior, but on the inside he's really just a softie. And even with a hint of sweetness. Is he smiling? has told at least 12 people. And this isn't just because he's a Yenti. He truly cares about the Kendall community. And more than anyone else, he personifies the feeling of family on the campus. Chef Freund. Now, I don't really want to say too much about Chef Freund because I know no matter what I say, he'll get me back 10 times worse. He has a sense of humor drier than the chicken breasts in the cafeteria. And his advanced skills class is really the perfect way to bring us down a notch before we go off on internships. Chef Freund is a constant reminder that I'm not as good as I think I am. Chef Kadir. Kadir puts the French in French pastries. This man always has chocolate on his face. Always, even when he hasn't worked with chocolate yet. And I love the way he talks, even though I can't always understand him. Have you ever heard a man with a thick French accent say the word macerate? It's pretty interesting. Kadir takes his dessert seriously, but never without a sense of joy and humor. Chef Elaine. Chef Elaine, taking Chef Elaine's class is like going to the doctor. You dread your appointment. You dread it for months and months before you have it, but in the end you know it was the best thing for you. And like a doctor, Chef Elaine will tell you exactly what's wrong with you. But she'll give you the prescription to fix your ailment also. This woman is just filled with honesty. She is honest in every aspect of her being. Her food, her critiques, her singing and dancing. This woman just exudes honesty and passion, and if there were more people in this world like Chef Elaine, this world would be a much tighter ship. Then there's Chef Kendall. This man loves to work. The only thing he likes more than working is making other people work. And he's so good at it. He has like this Vulcan mind meld. You'll be having a perfectly innocent conversation with him, and before you know it, you've agreed to work the next 8 Sundays. And sometimes he can do it without even talking to you. He'll just give you a polite nod as he passes you in the hallway, and a few steps later, it'll hit you. I'm working the graveyard shift on Mother's Day. What happened? But I gotta give it to him. He knows his food. He is a walking encyclopedia of culinary knowledge, and I learned a great deal from him. Then there are those whose legacy is best represented simply by stating their names. Chef Twal, Chef Paul, Chef Mark, Chef Rob, Chef Draz, Santos. These aforementioned gents are the secret ingredients that really make Kendall special. And now we've come to chapter 3, which is entitled Schmaltz. I've yet to answer the question, why are we here? Why have we signed up for a life of sweat and sacrifice? The answer is both grandiose and incredibly simple. Food is life. It represents, and a cook is the editor-in-chief of that life. The life of the vegetables that we blanch, it's the life of the animals we prepare, it's the life of the customers we feed, and it is in fact our lives. So that's why we're here, pursuit of life. So you can call us crazy as long as you call us to dinner. Thank you, and congratulations to my fellow graduates.
Nathan E. Sanson.
Johnny, fucking telephone game like high school girls.
Want to play phone games?
That party was the only time I ever mentioned Shamu's fat ass. Hello, Verona, Green Grove Retirement Home, something. Just connect me.
Fuck you doing?
Yeah, hello? I'd like to talk to a Mrs. Galtieri. She's a resident there.
One moment, please.
Hello?
Mrs. Marianucci Galtieri?
Yes.
Hi, this is Detective Mike Hunt, Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania Police Department. You have a son, Peter Paul?
Oh, my God, what happened?
He's all right, ma'am, but I'm afraid he's in a little trouble. We found him in a public men's room in Lafayette Park. I don't know how to put this delicately. He was sucking a Cub Scout stick.
What? No, it's a mistake.
Ma'am, I wish that was all. But I'm afraid we had to have emergency surgery performed upon arrival at headquarters after discovery of a small rodent in the rectal passage.
Oh, my God.
A gerbil, ma'am. The county does not cover medical procedures deemed caused by criminal sexual activity. Section 4, paragraph 15. We'll need an insurance number.
Oh, Maroon, I have Blue Cross Blue Shield. Is that all right?
Ma'am, could you hold on for 1 second? I have the hospital on the other line.
Uncle Joe,
Hey, nephew number one.
how you doing today? You look better.
Guess who came in earlier? Tommy Formicola.
Uncle Joe, Tommy Formicola died a few years ago.
Not Tommy, your Chidrola son, Tommy.
Jesus Christ, you had me worried there for a minute. You know, when you came in yesterday, they said you were very confused and you flunked your hosting or something. I don't know.
I'm 71 years old, for Christ's sake. You get hit in the head. See how good you do.
Glad you're feeling better.
Better. This is Xanadu compared to that courtroom. I'm milking this thing for all it's worth.